What's up, Mavletic lovers and listeners, and welcome back to Maverick Postgame. I feel very fortunate to be able to sit back here and get to talk about all the school sports that we love so much. How are you feeling today, Brandy?
I am feeling really blessed to be here, very happy to be in the position to talk about something we care about, CMU athletics.
I couldn't have said it better myself, and I can't wait to get into all the action. With that being said, let's get into all the game-breaking stats, off-the-wall wins, heartbreaking losses, and in-depth analysis of our CMU athletics. Roll it!
Hello everyone, I'm Brandy McLean.
And I'm Justin Platt. Let's get it going and take a look at all the Mavtastic action that took place this week here at CMU. If there was one word to describe the Mesa men's basketball team this week, it would be clutch. So far this season, the Mavericks are 4-0 when going into overtime and 2-0 when heading into double overtime. That was the case once again last Friday as Mesa headed into a highly competitive matchup against South Dakota Mines. Both teams were very heavy hitting during the matchup, with Mines taking the first half and Mesa taking the second, forcing the teams into a heavyweight battle for the ages. In the first round, both teams scored 9, leading to a second round pounding by Mesa. Mesa dominated Mines in the second overtime quarter, knocking down 11 points and knocking Mines out of the ring. As a team, the Mavericks were locked in, scoring 39% from the field and 38% from the three. There were two major differences in this contest. The first was Mesa's ability to steal the ball from Mines. Mesa was able to break in and rob Mines of 22 turnovers in the game. The second largest factor to Mesa's victory was their bench. Mesa's bench held an unheard of 51-13 advantage over Mines. While the bench was going off, we can't forget about the starters either. Freshman guard Blaze Threat was lethal, shooting 24 points, making 3 3-pointers and 10 more from the field. Mesa's balanced attack helped lift them to a 13-1 record overall. Be sure to watch Mavs take on Adams State at home on Friday the 13th.
Well, since you talked a lot about knockouts, it seems only fair that we address the queen of knockouts last weekend. Marissa Gallegos was a one-woman wrecking machine in CMU women's wrestling win at the Bearcat Scramble. Gallegos was the lone Maverick to finish undefeated in the match, ranking her at number 2 in the most recent NWCA rankings at 123 pounds. She weighed down the competition, going 4-0 on the day and taking down 2 other ranked wrestlers in her class. The Denver native swept number 4 ranked Peyton Stroud of McKendree and took down number 6 ranked Wynn Smith of North Central in a score of 9-5. While Gallegos was the only undefeated Maverick, she wasn't the only one laying down the hammer. Freshman Holly Bowden went 2-1 on the day, taking down Alicia Narvaez on McKendree and former Maverick Sierra Brown. Bowden was almost defeated by Sierra Brown with only 10 seconds left before throwing Brown into a massive headlock to lock up the victory. The Mavericks will get time to prepare for the WCWC Southwest Regional Tournament hosted by McKendree on February 21st.
It was a good week to go undefeated, as CMU women's tennis team throttled Hastings, moving to 3-0 for the first time since 2013. The Mavericks posted a 7-0 victory over Hastings, forcing them to hastily leave after the embarrassing loss. Stars of the game start with Alexi Kalabund and Juliana Campos, who each went 6-0 in their individual matchups on the weekend. Juliana Campos then teamed up with her sister, Coralena Campos, for a 6-0 doubles win over Maddie Ketchum and Madeline Redding. I guess you could say the Campos has cruised past the Mad Maddies. Along with the Campos Crushers, Hallie Romero, Izzy Coman, Mike Waldberger, Kira Coffey, and Ashley Lundstrom also secured multiple victories as well. The Mavericks will put their perfect record on the line next Friday at 3 p.m. against NAIA opponent at Ottawa University.
Perhaps the biggest contest this week would be to see which Maverick team broke the undefeated streak. Spoiler, it's none of them, as men's tennis joined in on the unbeatable Bashdown, going 7-0 against Hastings as well. Much like the women's tennis team, the men's tennis team moves to 3-0 on the season for the first time since 2012. The Mavs doubles and singles teams went to a perfect 3-0 on the day. Stars included Moises Kier, Diego Najim, and Jandre Van Week. The Mavs will look to continue the streak next week as they travel to Arizona to face Ottawa on Friday.
Before we get to our closing thoughts, let's take a look at our Maverick of the Week. our Maverick of the Week has to go to Marissa Gallegos, who went 4-0 for the CMU women's wrestling team. To go along with their undefeated record and takedowns of 2 nationally ranked players, Gallegos now becomes the #1 seed in the Southwest Regional Tournament held in 2 weeks. Congratulations, Marissa, for your stellar performance. You are our Maverick of the Week. Okay, Brandy, we've seen a lot of dominant performances over the past few days. What is your biggest takeaway from the week?
Well, my biggest takeaway has to be the men's basketball bench shooting a 51-13 advantage this week. We briefly talked about it last week. The balance and the rise of the young players on these teams can really make a huge difference come playoff time. We are seeing them take those strides right now.
Yeah, I'm definitely a little bit surprised by how fast these young Mavericks are able to make such a major impact. Not only in basketball, but also in wrestling, and also in tennis, and also even in baseball. I feel like Mesa is lined up really well to make a postseason run this year and potentially bring home a few more championships. My biggest takeaway from the week is that size doesn't matter. I mean, Marissa Gallegos, to go 4-0 on the weekend and being nationally ranked #1 going in the Southwest Regional Tournament at just 123 pounds.
Crazy.
I do not care how big you are. As a person, you do not mess with Marissa Gallegos. That girl is a beast, and I love that she's on our team. With that being said, that is going to do it for us this week. We thank you all so much for joining us on this week's episode of Maverick Postgame. I'm your host, Justin Platt.
And I'm Brandy McLean.
We'll catch you next week on an all-new recap-packed episode of Maverick Postgame. Stay safe, study hard, and of course, have yourselves a Mesa amazing day.